Right out of the gate in chapter 7, verse 1 and verse 5, Paul says he is speaking to those who knew the law when we were in the flesh, meaning before we got born again. Then he uses the law of marriage in the law as a parable for the law itself, that the wife could not divorce her husband no matter how bad he is, but if he died, she was loosed from the law of marriage and free to marry another. So he is saying that you in general, but specifically the Jew, that you are married to the old man, the sin nature. That's the part the law of Moses had a hold of. You are bound to this sin nature, married to it under the law, and you can't get away from it unless it dies. Well, how can a sin nature die? It died in the death of Christ when he spiritually died, and when by faith you baptized your spiritual death into his spiritual death, thereby destroying that old man of sin, that sin nature you were married to. It freed you from the law of marriage to that sin nature, meaning it freed you from the law of Moses itself. You're dead to it. You're no longer under it, but have risen with Christ, married to another, to the new man, and now you can produce fruit unto God, meaning now you can live above sin righteously. You have the 10 commandments, the morality of the law written in your heart as a born-again person, so you are no longer under an external law you could not keep, O Jewish man. But you have a new nature and a conscience that freed you from having to sin, so there is no more need of law. So Paul spends the rest of the chapter describing how the law had a hold of a spiritually dead person who was commanded to keep it, bound to keep it, but could not keep it because he was spiritually dead. And thus he was condemned. This is not talking about the Christian. Romans 8 goes on to describe the Christian life, that newness of spirit where we can live above sin.